Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto super easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, so thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Indeed. Welcome, everybody. We got Evelyn here.
Hi, Evelyn.
Storm Chasing Gal is here from Tulsa. Wants to know if there's any
Gal.
restocking news specifically about maple waffle. We do not have any news
Are we out
about
of
any
maple
restock.
waffle?
Well, yeah, because it came out in the fall. It was available kind of winter-timey.
Oh, it's over then. Oh.
Yep, it's currently out of stock. Visual Keto is here. Says it rained a bit this afternoon, just enough for a quick downpour to keep the grass growing.
Hey.
We need some of that
We
here
need
too.
that. Our grass is dying.
Storm Chasing Gal says, I eat
very
bacon and I
sad.
know things. I actually went to the store today and purchased bacon. We had breakfast for dinner.
It was amazing.
Oh, so good. I did eat one piece of bacon too many.
Did
I'm
you?
quite full. I'm feeling better now, but it was kind of a roll me up and call me Sally because I was pretty full. But don't call me Sally.
We had eggs, cooked in bacon, grease, and butter,
It's sausage.
sausage, bacon, and zucchini and onions
Okay.
with bacon pieces in it.
Indeed. Yvette is here. Laura says hello from Missouri. Mimi is here as well. Some Chasing Gal says, with August coming, I'm thinking of fall flavors.
Yep.
Denise says, hey, from SC, I'm assuming South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Cynthia is here. Cindy says, hello. Chris and Miriam made it to alive, and Sarah G is here also.
Yay.
So speaking of going to Florida this week,
Saturday.
yeah. So we're really hoping, and for all of the people that have been impacted by the global computer meltdown that happened on
Yeah,
Friday,
that was really
my
sad.
heart goes out to you. I am a former systems admin, and it would have been my job to fix that sort of thing.
Yeah, so he was like,
Well,
having a
there
panic
were
attack.
very few people at work that day, but we don't use CrowdStrike,
yeah, so it was fine. For
so
us.
I didn't have to
but-
do anything.
Still, he's like just feeling bad for all those
Yeah.
people.
But there's actually now the U.S. Department of Transportation has officially told Delta, what are you doing? Why are you? They've canceled 7,000 flights. Delta has since Friday, specifically because their crew scheduling software
Messed
is out of commission.
Oh, and they have a lot of crew.
Yeah. Whereas apparently Southwest Airlines uses a Commodore 64. No, but they do use Windows 3.1. Anyway.
And they're fine.
Yeah, then they're
Just- I
fine.
guess you can just transfer
for
Southwest.
computer talk.
Well, we are going to fly
We're really hoping that on
this
Saturday.
and we're hoping that we can make it.
Yep. Anyway. But why are we going to Florida?
For the Orlando Summit.
Keto Orlando Summit.
It's going to be so fun.
So,
So, what are you
low
doing?
carb events.
Fossil.
By the way, this was just in a couple days. Dr. Tro is
Dr.
running
Tro.
it. It's a virtual conference that I got notified a couple days ago.
Okay, that's awesome.
Anyway, looks pretty cool.
I love
pretty
it.
cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty
It's
good,
this
pretty cool.
Saturday.
Yeah, Dr. Lenskis, Amy, I always mess up her name, Bronson, Dr. Tro, lots of good people. But we got Keto Orlando Summit 2024
Yes.
is coming up
It'll be so fun.
this coming week. We're going a little early.
Yeah, we'll be there a couple days early. It's next weekend. So
Yep.
we're going Saturday red eye and then spending a couple days there and then going to the
Indeed. And on Sunday morning of the summit, Miriam
Yeah.
and I are actually, so you got all these presentations going on. You got Maria, you got Dr. Lowry, you got Annette, Keto Coach E, Benazati, Dr. Tro, they're all speaking. And then on Sunday morning, Miriam and I are going to do a Q&A.
Yeah, what
ask
are
us stuff.
What are we going to say?
It's going to be a Q&A. People are going to ask us
They're going to
questions.
say, what are you doing? What
Yo,
do you
dog, what's going on?
What do you think you're doing here? And we'll be like, we don't know. We're just here.
Right. Cindy says breakfast for dinner is the best. The nice thing about breakfast for
So
dinner
good.
is it's so easy.
So easy.
And when we went on a trip a couple of months ago, and we had breakfast was like our meal of the day.
Yes.
Because it was eggs and bacon, and it was just fantastic. I love breakfast for dinner. I was actually going to suggest we do breakfast for dinner tomorrow.
Oh, but I already had a plan.
But you did it tonight instead.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're making me a brisket tomorrow.
Gina wants to know how are we all doing this terrific Tuesday. I ordered
so good.
salty earrings. What is she talking about, Miriam?
You did? Oh my gosh, they are just so silly.
Oh, here it
but
is.
it's just fun. It's
I'm going to
just
zoom in. Got to show them off. I can't make it go sideways. No, turn your head. Turn your head the other way. There it is. Oh, go back. Ready for your close-up? So I was messing around on Saturday. No, was it Saturday or Sunday? Anyway, we're going to the Keto Orlando Summit, and I wanted to make something fun. And I was like, oh, I could probably print these. And I already had earring backs for Miriam's Star Wars earrings.
Yes.
And so I printed some, and I posted them on the Keto Chow Facebook support group.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, I did a thing.
It's
And people were like, I want those as well. So today, if you go here to shop, you go to Bottles and More, where you can find
super light because they're
random
3D
stuff.
printed, so they don't even feel like you're wearing them. That's a really professional photo.
It's on the chair in our office. It's got an interesting background.
Yeah, like cottage cheese or something.
It's a fake wool chair.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, two options. Just the bottom part that you can use as, I have it listed as charms.
Charm.
It's $1.
It's not metal.
No, they are double-sided. Like,
Yeah.
you flip them over.
Yeah, they're not looking at me, so it's fine.
Oh my gosh, make it big.
I believe.
Make it blue. Make it pink. On the other side of them, it says salty. This is the textured side. So that's the print side down. And this is the front side.
Oh, that one looks all messy.
It's what it is. It's plastic. Anyway, but they're double-sided.
They're actually, I think they're cute. And I know they're silly, but I like silly things. But I have been inspired because you made them, and you didn't really make, you didn't tell me you were going to make them and put them on the site.
No, I wasn't planning on putting
them on
them
the site. You were going to make them for fun. And so I've had black and white outfits ever since because I love the color pop of the white with the black. And so, like, I'm wearing black and white. I wore black and white yesterday. I got black and white fingernails.
They're so cool.
Cute.
You'll look super awesome
Can't
scuba
really see
diving
them.
with those.
I know. So I've been doing hot pink for the summer, but I decided to do black and white.
Okay. Anyway, so those are the salty earrings. They're there. Yeah. If you want a pair, they're there.
And you're silly.
Or if you happen to be an absolute nerd, here is the 3D files.
Okay.
Like, oh wait, well actually I want the 3D preview.
Okay.
And you can print a whole bunch of them at the same time. Wow.
Because you're a nerd.
Nerd.
Well,
I will own
tell
it.
Chris not to print them because we'll bring her a pair. Okay.
Oh, Chris.
I'll tell her.
Okay.
Don't.
Mary says, I'm glad I caught you. Been too long. Chris, I lied. Alberta's burning too. Jasper evacuated to BC. Really?
Oh, no.
Well, hopefully it's calmed down in about
We're supposed to go there in
3 weeks. Exposing Darkness says maple waffle is a favorite flavor. Vicky's drinking salty right now, watching from Kansas.
Yay.
I actually had someone, with regards to the earrings, I had someone say, why?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And there were some
can.
interesting comments where people were like, because it's fun, and I just said, hi, I'm Chris. I created Keto Chow and Salty, and Yes, this is completely silly.
Yes, it's silly.
It's silly
We're not
and
trying
self-indulgent.
to make money off the silliest
No.
of things. We don't really care.
I'm literally assembling each of those by hand. Like
Yeah,
it takes.
handmade by Chris.
I got home and I made
I
another
wouldn't have done that.
15 of them
I
today.
can't believe it. I would not do that.
Well, and the charm one is super easy. Like I'm just throwing those into a
That's
bag.
because it
That's
just
why they're
doesn't
$1.
have a thing. Oh, you went up for $1.
Yeah, the price on them.
Chris has his lemonade stand of salty earrings.
Yeah, so if you want the fully assembled ones, it's $5.
Wow.
Just because it takes so long.
Yeah.
I'm
it
not
did
trying to
take you
make
some time.
anyway, but it's $1 for the charm
funny.
ones. Anyway,
So funny.
super silly. Okay.
It is super silly.
Let's see. Denise says, yeah, South Carolina. Evelyn says, maybe we need a Keto Chow trading page for all those out of stock or dead Keto Chow flavors. If you search on Facebook, you may actually find a page like that is not affiliated with Keto Chow at all.
Right.
Crystal says, I'm making a cantaloupe Keto Chow for tomorrow.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Cantaloupe is interesting to me because it's a fun flavor. And it has not sold super well.
Nope.
There was an interesting discussion on the Keto Chow Facebook support group yesterday where someone was asserting that every single flavor should be in a large bag. It was because someone was asking if vanilla core will be available in large bags. And it's like, unfortunately, no, we're not making any new flavors of core. And we actually discontinued the unsweetened chocolate large bag
Already.
because it's not selling. The number of meals
Yeah.
does not make sense to have it in the bulk bags. And they said, well, if you had it in bulk bags, you would sell more. It's like, no, we would probably sell the same number, but we would have fewer sales
Yeah.
because we would just sell the bulk bags. They're like, well, I only buy the bulk bags. You're losing money from me by not having them. It's like, sorry.
I get that. But also, we're trying out flavors.
We're
and
back
we
to
don't know
cantaloupe.
what people like. And obviously, people don't like cantaloupe.
And
because it's not going off the shelf.
some people like the core flavors. None of them are really selling well enough to justify the large bags other than the chocolate.
Yeah.
As far as core goes.
Can I just tell you what I've been eating this week is still chocolate mixed with peaches and cream.
Chocolate core mixed with peaches and cream.
And I know
You also did
peaches and cream
raspberry cheesecake mixed with
I
chocolate
know,
core
and
too.
strawberry. I've done strawberry cream and chocolate core before too, and it is yum.
Bob says I had breakfast for dinner. Keto Chow blueberry waffles.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
Storm Chasing Gal said, what flavor, would go good with butterscotch? That burp totally tasted like bacon, and it was delicious.
That's so gross. Thank you for sharing
I'm just
that
saying.
with us.
And maybe bacon would go good with butterscotch. I don't know.
I mixed butterscotch and chocolate core last week too, and I made it into a creamy, and it was delicious.
Rhonda wants to know, can collagen peptides be used in place of xanthan gum or guar gum to make Keto Chow ice cream smooth and with less ice crystals?
It will give you more protein. It won't change the texture.
Now you in the past were putting, while you were mixing up, like you got Keto Chow completely mixed in a blender, hot water, and then you were adding gelatin.
Added gelatin and collagen.
And that did change the consistency,
but it was the gelatin.
Here's the thing. I personally don't add xanthan gum or guar gum when I make creamies. I just don't care. I think it tastes great the way that it is.
I was adding the gelatin and the collagen for the protein.
Terry's here
The
from
amino acids.
Ramob.
Oh, that's cool.
And Donna says, been sitting here having a Ninja Creamy blueberry pie.
Yummy.
Cynthia's looking forward to seeing us there. Nice. Jennifer is here. Supposing Darkness says, I wish I was going to the summit. We wish you were going there too. Cynthia's going to be there as well. Oh, Ramona, California.
There we go.
There you go. Marie is here.
Marie.
Rush says use Terragum. Collagen won't de-ice it.
Yeah, Terragum will help with the thickening too. We got some, that was a tip from Steve from Serious Keto.
Yeah, and it does improve the consistency. But I always forget to add it, and it's just...
Yeah. I've also had problems where I've added it and it's been clumpy anyway, and then I'm like, no, I'm not wasting my time when I like it just without it still.
Well, J-Dog is here. Long time no see.
How are you?
Loving SALTT every morning before my hot walks.
Oh man, and
Need
it's
those
hot.
amazing
Yeah,
electrolytes.
it is so hot. It's been 100 this whole week. Oh, and oh my gosh, I went on a bike ride. I'm so proud of me. Good job.
Storm Chasing Gal says, I love it when Chris does a thing. Rush wants to know, what time does this start? 9:15 p.m. Eastern time is when we start. I have noticed,
This live stream?
this particular live stream that you're watching right now, I have personally noticed when I'm tuned into other people's live streams, if I don't have the tab open on my desktop browser, when it starts, sometimes it never starts and I have to refresh the page.
Oh, that's
Like
annoying.
Joe and Rachel have been doing a live stream and I've been like, they were supposed to have been here like 10 minutes ago. People are saying hi to them. What the? And then I refresh and I'm like, oh.
Weird.
Cynthia wants to know, are we bringing the earrings to Keto Orlando Summit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the ones that I was making today. They were originally for the Keto Orlando Summit and the RV Unplugged rally.
Just for fun.
But, well, Gina says I begged for them. So yeah, a bunch of people. And this morning at we have a daily stand-up where we just talk about, we're supposed to talk about what was our biggest accomplishment from the previous day's work.
Right.
What is our main focus for today? Just to kind of, and it's what is our focus for today? And I said that my focus for today was, I'm like, people keep asking for these earrings. I'm going to put them on the website. And the marketing team was like,
That was not approved.
I'm like, look, I'm just going to do it, okay?
Here. This is
Like,
ridiculous.
I don't need help from anybody else. I did have Holly O'Fray add them to the shipping profile.
Oh, okay.
So that, and they're in there as basically a non-existent product that does not impact the cost of shipping at all.
Oh, good, because it's super
Because they
light.
don't.
They wouldn't.
Yeah. Anyway.
They're really light, because it's so,
Yeah.
I was worried about them being so light that they would be stuck in my hair like a piece of paper.
Well, Ned says that she has a pair of those darling
yes.
earrings. Kel is here, and Gina says, I use my Keto Chow deck of cards all the time to play solitaire and couldn't figure out why I could never win. I counted the cards and I only had a deck of 51? Really? That's super weird.
That is sad. Reach out to customer service. They'll see if they can find you another one.
Yeah, I think we have some.
If they even exist still.
Cindy wants a pair of the earrings. Cindy does make jewelry. Those go together quick. A charm bracelet would be cool. Maybe you just have to invest in the charms.
That would be cool. Yep.
JW is here, first time on a live. I'll be trying core flavors once I set up my new subscription.
Woohoo!
And that's actually something that we covered last time. What's the least expensive way to purchase Keto Chow?
Yes, it is through a subscription, and you can do the
build your
own, or the surprise is still available, which is nice because then you can get stuff that you probably wouldn't have picked, and then you're like, oh, I got to try different things. So that's awesome too.
Now, Leah says, I miss the shakes, but I can't handle the heavy cream anymore.
Oh.
This reminds me of, there was a lot of discussion this week on the Facebook support group. Marie Campos was talking about, she had bought the Wagyu beef tallow that was on sale.
That was on sale for Prime Day.
On Prime Day. And on the How to Make Keto Chow, which fats can you use? You've got heavy cream. That's what we recommend people start with.
It's just so easy.
So easy. And it says, hey, start with that. Butter also works, but it's a bit trickier to use. You can also use oil. There's other dairy-free alternatives.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people were like, can I use MCT oil? Can I use ghee? Can I use coconut oil? Can I use... You sure can. One of the ones was someone said, whoever suggested peanut butter, thank you.
That sounds amazing.
Now, I would caution against using a lot of it because it is kind of high in carbs, but yeah, definitely use a blender or just use peanuts or use egg yolks or use cream cheese.
Yummy, yummy. Or just make it into fudge and then eat it.
Yeah. Now, we don't necessarily recommend MCT oil because it tends to give people problems with the bathroom.
Or if you use MCT, just use it in addition to a different fat.
Yeah. So there's quite the list of fats that you can use that are not heavy cream. Mary says, shipping to Washington and pick it up has been going smooth as silk.
Nice.
No problem, other weird looks from border guards when Pete says, Keto Chow instead of protein powder. Marie says, yeah, collagen doesn't thicken.
Yep.
Kel says, I love the core. I have to limit dairy. We did have a
Yeah.
question. Somebody was asking, hey, this was on the Facebook support group.
Yeah.
Can you make a version of Keto Chow that uses plant protein?
Oh,
And
okay.
because they were allergic to whey. And someone said, check out core. The problem with plant protein is it's very difficult to find one that's nutritionally complete,
Yeah.
that doesn't taste like garbage and doesn't have a texture like garbage.
Yeah.
Now,
Protein does lean a lot with the texture.
one thing that we have on our website that can help with that actually is the base powder, which is unfortunately out of stock right now.
Is it?
Yes,
Oh.
but here's the thing. Base powder, it's almost back.
It's almost back.
We don't talk about Bruno, and we don't talk about stuff ahead of before it comes back, but we're
Today we will.
we're going to, well, I'm going to talk about it a little, just because base powder is going to be changing. Because we reduced the amount of acacia gum in version 2.8 of Keto Chow,
Right.
we're bringing that change forward to base powder as well. And it actually fits better, not in a bag like it was, but in a tub. And if you're familiar with the Redmond Relight tubs,
It's that size.
it's that exact same size, and
Well,
it has
see the design.
it has a little teeny scoop. The design is interesting because it's super narrow. Because it wraps
because it
around.
Yeah.
But this is actually really funny. We should have had it by now. The company that printed our labels printed the base powder sticker from 2017.
Oh,
It's this old purple square label.
no. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Oh,
And we were like, guys.
that's wrong.
And we actually said, can you show
Where
us?
did you even get that?
Because they printed it back in 2017 and it was still in the
my
files.
gosh.
And they put it in as reprint old design. Instead of we're printing a new products, new design, completely changed,
Wow.
completely new layout. We said, can we see the proof that we approved? And they're like, oh, we forgot to have you approve. It was $300 worth of stuff. It was a learning experience for the poor customer service person on the other end. Anyway, it's on its way. But with base powder, we're back.
Yes.
With base powder, you're able to use a protein powder of your choosing.
Yes, you can just get whatever you want, and you decide what you do with it. Right.
And what base powder is it's all of the stuff that makes Keto Chow, except for the sweetened, flavored protein.
Yeah. So it would taste different than Keto Chow because it would taste like your protein.
But if you want to use a peach flavored egg white protein, you can.
Yep.
If you want to use a Quip protein powder,
Yeah, which Quip is great.
like before we came out with Core, a lot of people were actually doing that. They were using a Quip protein with the base powder to make a Quip into Keto Chow. But now we've got the Core.
Speaking of putting stuff in Keto Chow,
What?
if you want to play with some of the flavors, add salty to it, and it's really fun.
Not a bad idea.
Chocolate and orange.
Well, speaking of stuff like that, Maria's having blueberry pie with tallow frappe for dinner.
That sounds amazing.
On the Keto Chow Facebook support group, Maria actually posted the method that she uses with the magic bullet, I think it was,
Thanks,
blender. Because people were like, wait,
so
how do you mix it? And so she put that up there. Cindy isn't going to be at the Keto Orlando Summit, but will definitely be at Keto Palooza.
Okay, we'll see you there.
JW says, I love making pancakes with apple pie. I add cinnamon, gelatin, collagen, allulose, carbonated water. Interesting.
Yum.
So good. Then I add stevia cinnamon syrup and serve with bacon.
Sounds amazing.
That's awesome.
Sounds so amazing.
Gina says Marie says the mobile app does that to me as well sometimes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Gina says I lost 5 of the drumsticks somewhere. Oh. Jukio says I'm having a booyah berry right now in the tub. refreshing end
Oh, that's so
of day
awesome.
drink that will keep me cramp-free along with my magnesium capsules.
Love it.
Ron says, yeah, ghee, yes. MCT, yes. Bulletproof your Keto Chow shake. You absolutely can. JW says, I'm surprised that I prefer butter and egg yolks over heavy whipping cream for the ice cream with my Ninja Creamy.
Nice.
It's probably because when you use heavy cream, it mutes the flavor.
Yes, and the butter will bring the flavor out. Plus
Yep.
the egg yolk will too. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you do that.
My nose is itchy. Rhonda says some people use, some companies use pea protein. It's horrible. Some of the keto bricks have that. Yep. JW says the flavor is more intense, and I don't have dairy repercussions.
Yes.
Mary says I'm using 45 grams of butter melted with 15 grams of peanut butter in my chocolate peanut butter shake.
That
so
sounds amazing.
good.
And 15 grams is right about the right amount.
And Jane points out that they use butter and unsweetened almond milk.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Angela says, and you can use any fat or simply eat your fat with your shake. And
Yes, thank you for saying that.
that was another
Angela.
discussion on the Facebook support group. Someone said, for those of you who mix up your Keto Chow with no fat and eat your fat separately, what do you mix it with? You can use unsweetened almond milk.
Yep.
There's a lot of different ways to do it.
Yeah. And you can eat bacon as your fat. That's yummy.
Angela says, I use brown butter in all my shakes.
Ooh, that does sound delicious.
Now, just devil's advocate, I don't know that there's a metabolic advantage to using brown butter. But if there's a
good.
flavor advantage,
Tastes good.
you go right ahead and do it.
Tastes so good.
Let's see. Yeah, Marie says, oh, a Ninja Nutri blender.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Adrian is here.
Hey, Adrian.
Exposing Darkness says, Wendy made a treat using vanilla keto chow and cottage cheese.
Oh,
I'm going to try that with lemon. Lemon sounds, for me,
Oh, that sounds so good.
I just always want to use lemon. You can use sour cream as the fat source.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yes.
Kristen says, Kristen says, I just popped in to say that it took me literally getting my order and seeing the address to realize you all are salty.
That's okay. We've been weird. It's been weird having to two companies.
Well, yeah. And we did finally, the lady who handles, we do have a storefront where you can come in and get stuff that's not necessarily available on, in fact, a lot of times we have stuff that's out of stock available in the storefront just for people who come in. We have a salty sign on the door because people, they couldn't find it.
Although you put the Keto Chow sign here and the salty sign here, and I just wish they were friends. Why are they off?
Well, Lori's here from beautiful Vancouver Island.
Hey, Lori.
We're going to be going there in early September. We're going to be visiting Victoria.
Yes. It'll be so amazing.
Anyway, let's see. So, Keto Orlando Summit. Hold on just a second.
Okay, I can take Keto Orlando Summit next week. Oh, we can put in the link if we want to. I have a question.
Oh.
Okay, does the single pack subscription...
You mean the earrings link?
No. I was talking about the Keto Orlando Summit.
Oh, the Orlando Summit?
Link.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had a different question after that.
Okay.
Does the single pack subscription 20 meals come with recipe cards? If not, which ones do?
That is a really good question. So what do you think?
I think it comes with it if you put it in your subscription.
So the surprise kit comes with, so let me go.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, I knew you knew it. So if we come here to subscriptions.
Yeah.
So in the My Chow kit, the one that you can configure yourself, it doesn't come with recipe cards unless you ask for them.
You add it.
In the surprise kit, it does come with recipe cards. So when you do the build your own kit, if you go to the shaker cups and recipe cards down here at the very bottom, you can add the recipe cards.
Yeah.
And it will just come as part of your subscription. And then you can say, I want baked potato, and I want a big bag of chocolate core because that's how I roll. And I want Booyah Berry, which is
Yeah.
back in stock.
Booyah berry.
Boom! I just
yeah.
built my Chow box,
Subscription.
my Chow subscription. So
I wonder what the chocolate would taste like with Booyah berry added.
I don't know.
I haven't tried
That's a
a
good
lot.
question.
I just keep thinking about it. I know Holly has. I know quite a few people have.
Yep. Oh, speaking of Booyah Berry, actually, this is the only place that we're going to be announcing this just yet. So Mike is here. So
Okay.
here, I'll even push the announcement thing. It's not really a big announcement. When we went to reorder Booyah Berry because it ran out of stock because people like it a lot.
Yeah.
We made a very, very small change to the formulation. There's a little bit more sweetener in it. It's not a lot.
I mean, it's a little bit.
You would have to have an old one and a new one and taste them side by side
To be able to tell the
really be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
But it improves the flavor, and it is a change that will be going forward on all the other ones. But here's a problem. We don't have version numbers on the salty packaging.
No.
So the only way to tell
It's by the dates.
actually is whether or not it has a kosher symbol on it.
Also the dates.
Also the dates, but yeah. Yeah, the batch number, but people on the other end, they won't be able to say, oh, well, here you go. But yeah, the new round of packaging for all of the stuff has a little scroll K on the individual stick packs. And that has this ever so slightly improved flavor because it has a little bit more sweetener. In case you want.
Okay, there you go.
Anyway, Meg says, I was out taking pictures of the flowers in my yard.
Oh, how fun.
I mean, if you have a little house in the country, that's what you want to do, right?
And how's your hand? I hope you're doing well.
Okay, Miriam, here's a question from Penny. If I wanted thicker pudding-like consistency, how much gelatin would you recommend adding?
Okay, if you want it just thicker as a shake, 1 teaspoon. If you want it thick like pudding, 2 teaspoons. If you want it thick like Jell-O, 3 teaspoons.
Yep. Rush says, the great kosher money grab. It actually didn't cost a lot to get our stuff kosher certified. Well, salty specifically. Salty electrolyte drink mix. Because we have other products that are under the Salty brand. Because the place that we use was already set up for kosher, and
Oh yeah, it was super easy.
we just had to get all the stuff. There's a place in Denver that said, yeah, that's kosher. And then we have to pay them, I think it's only like $300 a year to use their symbol. But for people that's a big deal, hey.
Yeah. Because a lot of things are a big deal to us, and we appreciate those things being a big deal to someone else.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, how do you add gelatin to your Keto Chow shakes when you're mixing it?
Oh, when I mix it,
Yeah.
I just add it in when I'm blending it. I know some
Because you have it
people
going in a blender, right?
Yeah, some people bloom it ahead of time. I never have, and it's always been fine.
Yeah.
So I just mix it when I'm mixing.
The funny thing, Rush, so we go to a lot of keto conferences, and there's this one guy that we see at so many keto conferences,
that are the same.
and he's straight up Hasidic Jew. He's wearing the skull cap. He has the he's in the full regalia.
He's cool.
And in the past, we've often gotten questions from this guy.
Yeah.
Are your products kosher? And so he's been like, well, this particular one is, this one. He started coming towards our booth at Metabolic Health Summit. I'm like, hey, I want to point out to you that this is kosher.
We did this for you.
Yep.
That was a burglar alarm.
It was probably telling me that there's a low battery.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
It was a legit one. It's probably something
That's
weird.
funny that there we go.
I'll let him take care of that. I'll
Evelyn wants to know, has anybody made...
Evelyn, I don't see it.
Has anyone made recipes using SALTT?
Oh, we have a couple of recipes on the Keto Chow site. We've got a gel. There it is. Oh, it's fine. We have like a gummy bears or gummy worms or something like that, like gummies on the site, and that's really good. I can't think of any other ones right this second though.
Sorry, I got
That's
distracted.
okay.
You're not wearing your glasses.
That's why I can't read it.
Well, maybe you should be taking care of this instead of... That's not going to help you.
You're right. It's worse.
My astigmatism is terrible. Absolutely.
Your glasses used to help me, and now they don't. Here you go. I'm back.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, somebody said that they always get gelatin blobs. Tried hot water and tried cold water. Oh, yeah. Well, I do it pretty warm, so, but I haven't ever got them. But I know that it's totally possible. What kind of gelatin are you using? I'm using beef gelatin. I don't know if it would make a difference or not. But anyway, while you're working on that, I'm going to do the next question. Okay,
Yeah,
Jodi is just starting out and asked, new to Keto Chow and just received my custom starter bundle. Though there were clear directions on the package, it says choice of fat, but not how much. Can anyone recommend to me? I just use my phone.
Well, it's because you don't have your phone on and vibrate even. And so Steve was in a... Go ahead.
Okay. I have heavy whipping cream, butter, or MCT oil to choose from. I just plan on drinking them as shakes, maybe meal replacement or just a treat since I'm doing ketovore. So this is kind of what we talked about earlier. This is probably the actual comment you got from that we were talking about earlier, that we have on the website a FAQ that talks about any kind of different fat and how to mix it. And yeah, it is a little bit confusing. It does on the package, say add fat, and then you can look here to find more information, but also on the Facebook support group. If anybody's not on the Facebook support group, you should join it because it's really helpful. Because you could say that comment like, I get, little gelatin blobs in my gelatin. Can anyone else tell me a way that I can mix it without doing that? Because then if anyone else has tried a different way, they can tell you their way. And that's what's really nice about the Facebook support group. So for instance, being part of that group and then just saying, I don't know how much fat to use. How much fat should I use? Whatever. We also have a calculator on the website that you can put your specific macros that you want to hit into there. And that is helpful because everybody's different. I met the cutest lady today, or not today, this week. And it just made me think about, when I meet somebody new and they're used to seeing us online, and I just am tall. And she did not say anything about me being tall. I just noticed I was taller than her. It was funny to me, like a lot taller.
Yep. Kel wants to know, can we get notified when the base powder becomes available again?
Oh.
It should work, emphasis on the should, if you come to the page.
Yeah.
And click this notify me when available and put in your email address.
Yeah, because then when we put it into stock, it'll automatically
The problem is
send it to you.
I think we're going to keep the same SKU.
Oh, but because we're changing things.
It's also going from 21 servings to 30 servings.
Okay.
So,
well, we could also...
But we'll try to get it so it notifies.
We could try to pull that list and then send it manually if we need to. So still go in and do that if you want to be notified when the base powder is available.
Visual Keto wants to know, has your vision improved with keto? Mine has. No, but it hasn't gotten worse, which is what Cynthia says.
Right.
Maria says, I blend for about a minute with water around 120 degrees Fahrenheit from the sink.
Yeah.
So that keeps the gelatin from forming little balls.
There we go.
Yeah,
See, Marinos.
And lots of people want to know, does Knox gelatin work? Knox gelatin is pork.
Yep.
There's other ones that's beef. I don't know that functionally there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So, Matt says, my eyesight has stayed the same while I've been on keto. I just had contacts recently and my prescription has barely changed. I'm with Chris on bad astigmatism. Yeah, mine is so bad. Like, It's
It's
hilarious.
not that bad. Other people have way worse vision than you.
And it's actually, most of my bad vision is astigmatism. So, anyway. Let's see.
My vision is just bad seeing far away.
Yeah.
I can see really good up close.
Okay, so you read the whole question? Okay.
That's the last one.
Hey, so Robert has been using whole milk as coffee creamer. What are some low-carb creamer replacements?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, yeah. I would just use Keto Chow.
Okay, so you could mix up Keto Chow and use that.
Yeah.
Okay. You could also, so the lady who runs Keto Con, now called Hack Your Health,
Yeah.
her favorite coffee creamer is salted caramel Keto Chow.
Oh,
She
that's
just
not even a creamer.
she just takes a spoonful of the powder and mixes that into her coffee.
Yeah.
Now, other people use mixed Keto Chow.
Yes.
Some people mix up their Keto Chow using coffee
Yes.
and just make coffee
Coffee
Keto
chow.
Chow. Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, with this question is, what is the classical creamer for coffee?
Heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
Yeah.
Or cream. Now, some people in the past would have used half
But
and half.
also butter. And there are quite a few. There's not as many as there used to be keto creamers that were clean. But there are a couple of creamers that are
Keto
out there.
Brains is a good one.
Oh, Keto Brains is really
I think
good.
Super Coffee. We don't drink coffee, so for us this
Yeah,
is
it's not
this is an
helpful. We're not
academic
helpful to
exercise.
you.
But yeah, lots of heavy cream. Like that was one of the recurring suggestions to this person.
Also, like, just think about every time you're having anything, you're eating calories, right? And so if you're having a few cups of coffee a day and each one has cream in it, that cream will add up. And so
It does add up.
if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to, nail in your macros to do a specific thing, you may want to consider just having black coffee.
Maria Emmerich, specifically talking about people having fatty coffee, will frequently say, don't drink your calories.
Yes. Also, she doesn't think you should drink a shake.
She thinks you should eat some meat.
I also think you should eat some meat.
Have breakfast for dinner.
Bacon.
Rush wants to know, what's the shelf life like on the base butter?
Oh,
Once
same
it's
as Keto Chow.
opened, it depends on the humidity in the area you're in, but when it's closed, it should last for 2 years. If
the
you're
same as Keto
concerned
Chow.
about it, well, no, that is, I'm not, sorry, not 2 years.
5 years.
5 years. If you're concerned about the shelf life, my recommendation would actually be to store it in your freezer. That'll keep it from doing anything. Vicky says, my astigmatism is vertical on one eye, horizontal on the other.
Oh, man.
Mine is like this. It's almost at 90-degree angles from each other.
Weird.
Bubbles recommends nut pods.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
Evelyn, as a coffee creamer, what about peanut butter? Would that work?
I don't know. Does it taste good in coffee?
I don't
Sounds
know.
like it would taste gross.
Evelyn says, my vision improved. I'm able to drive at night without seeing disco ball lights from
Nice.
oncoming cars. Joe and Rachel's
Yeah.
preferred, at least last time I was talking to them about this, their preferred way to make coffee, period, is they brew coffee, they get it going in a blender, they add eggs or egg yolks.
Oh, yeah, but not hot enough that it'll cook the eggs.
Yeah, but it's going, but they add the eggs or egg yolks, and they add raspberry cheesecake Keto Chow.
Yeah. oh, you know what? Never mind. We don't have that flavor anymore. A lot of people commented that root beer was a good flavor with coffee.
But if you do a search
don't
for
have that
Keto Chow
just had it, so I
coffee,
like that one.
there's a video, and one of the
Yeah,
we actually
have a lot of
we actually
that have done
use Joe's video in that video to show different ways people do it.
Yeah.
Visual Keto says, my distance vision is about a third better than before. That's
Nice.
interesting. Rana says, I use coffee as a liquid for bulletproof Keto Chow. Marie says, pork gelatin has more feeling power than beef, but even after 1 teaspoon, I can trade the porkiness. I I'm assuming taste. So I
Yeah.
use beef gelatin because I don't taste any beefiness.
Isn't that interesting? We actually had this huge old discussion today with Max about alpha.
Alpha
gal?
gal.
Yeah, because
There's the Lone Star tick. If it bites you and it
Yeah.
infects you with this, then you become sensitive to
the protein that's in beef.
mammal meat.
Yeah.
So you pretty much can't eat beef or pork
Mm-hmm.
or venison or elk, but they're breeding specific pigs
Mm-hmm.
to be used for transplants, and those don't have alpha gal.
Yeah.
And so they were like, someone was like, I wonder if I can eat the bacon from this, and they totally could.
Oh, because it didn't have.
It doesn't have alpha gal.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Kel wants to know, how do you use the base powder with
Yeah.
Equip? Wouldn't that be double protein? So the base powder doesn't have
It doesn't have protein.
It's everything
It's just the
but the protein.
vitamins and the minerals and electrolytes.
My nose
So
is
that's
super
why
itchy.
you could use it. And we made the base powder to begin with for people that lived outside of the United
Yeah.
States because shipping is so expensive.
Yeah, and so you eliminate the protein powder, which
Yeah,
is
then that's
Yeah.
the mass, the most massive thing that's there.
so we could ship 6 for the cost of shipping 1. Anyway.
Yeah. So if you really want to do keto chow, then you can make your own keto chow
my nose is
fairly
itchy.
easily with the base powder for less expense.
I'm just going to sit here and itch my nose.
Yeah, that's weird.
Ellen says if you put keto chow into your coffee while dry, it really whips up foamy when you mix it. Cindy says I use 2KK recipe for creamer using keto chow for Brian. His latest choice for his creamer is butterscotch.
Yummy.
Rush his freezer, huh? Good on you. Visual Keto says, for me, I need way less heavy cream quantity in coffee than way back when I was using flavor creamers that weren't actually cream.
Isn't that funny?
Dude Dad, the YouTuber, he jokes that
Oh, yeah.
his wife doesn't
wife
actually like coffee.
She likes
creamer.
with
And
coffee
so
in it.
he will often do videos where he's impersonating her, and he has a cup and he's just pouring in creamer, and then he's like, oh, this coffee's so good. I think he actually drinks out of the creamer.
That's so funny.
John says, I used to agree with Maria Emmerich until I found Keto Chow.
Yeah. And you know what? We agree with her too. But we also agree that it's nice to have other options in your toolbox.
And her kids routinely use Keto Chow. They really like it, especially as a treat. I think the issue is Maria is treating people who have severe issues. And so for some people, the solution is take a very strict approach.
Yeah.
And so that's what she recommends to people. Kel wants to know how to use the base powder with Equip Prime Protein. If you do a Google search for Keto Chow base powder Equip, you'll find a video where Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos lay it out. They go through the whole thing. They show measuring. They talk about what it is. Really good video. Bubble says, did root beer sell better than cantaloupe? Curious minds want to know. So cantaloupe is still very new.
Yeah, we have to go back in time and figure out that data anyway. We
My
have to say this in this much time, so we have to kind of wait the life of the product first.
my back of the hand computation says that we probably won't be bringing back cantaloupe.
Yeah, sad because I like it.
It's in the rate at which it's selling. It's fun.
It was just kind of fun.
If you
different.
like it, it's got a 5-year shelf life.
I want to make some of those gummies out of it. That sounds yummy.
Okay.
Doesn't it? Cantaloupe gummies.
Rhonda says, how much Keto Chow powder per mug of coffee? I'm writing this down. As much as you like, different people like different amounts.
Yeah, try a tablespoon to start probably.
Yeah. Marie says, I like coffee in my cream.
Right.
Epileva says, hi, guys.
Hey.
And Marie is having so much fun with autocorrect. I had some amazing autocorrect
I had
today.
some bad ones too. I was writing my daughter today, and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "I didn't say that." And she's like, "Yes, you did." Oh, that was not real. That's not a real thing.
JW wants to know, are we bringing back root beer float?
I wish.
We are not.
I wish.
We are not planning on bringing back any of the discontinued flavors
over.
at this point in time. Unfortunately, root beer float, we were planning on bringing back root beer float and key lime this spring, like back in like March.
Yeah.
And when it was time to order it, we looked at the sales from the previous period and we're like,
What?
why don't we order more butterscotch instead?
Yeah. So we did that instead.
Which is what we did.
Just
And we actually ordered birthday cake, which Evelyn says, I'm surprised birthday cake hasn't sold well enough to support big bags.
I thought for
It
sure
hasn't.
the way it went off first it would, but it's
But we
still-
did order a lot of the birthday cake so that it could have a decent
it
run.
has a good life.
So we'll see
Yeah, it could still
how it does.
It could still turn out.
And Epi says, I just discovered Keto Chow. Well, welcome.
I'm so glad you're here. What's your favorite flavor?
So far, my favorite is blueberry.
How did she know? I was going to ask that question.
Because you always ask that question. It's the right question. Lady Fritzader is here. Had chocolate toffee today with coffee instead of water. We were just talking about that.
We were totally talking about that. And you know what I did earlier this week? Last week I made fudge. I made Keto Chow fudge with chocolate toffee. And I made Keto Chow fudge with chocolate peanut butter.
So now people are going to go, where do I get the recipe for that?
It is so good. It's
So
the
I'm going to
banana
come
one.
here. We're going to click on search and filter.
Just type in fudge. Fudge.
F-U-D-G-E.
It works. Well, and the thing is, it's mostly chocolate chips. So
Which one? This one?
the peanut butter one. The banana one. Sorry, I said the wrong word.
So you use this
Banana.
recipe, but you just changed
Yes,
out.
I just changed the Keto Chow and whatever chocolate chip I can find.
So
Like that calls for white chocolate chips. I don't love keto white chocolate chips
okay.
because they're not that great. And I like white chocolate and I don't want it to taste weird. So I just use regular chocolate chips or like the salted caramel lilies. You just got to decide what chocolate chips you're willing to have. And the thing about fudge is it's rich enough. I don't overeat it very much.
Yep.
Because I'm like, oh, and I am done with that. So.
Also gives me gas if I eat too much of the Lily's chocolate chips.
Oh, okay.
In case you guys wanted to know.
Did you want to know? Chris stinks.
Rhonda says I'd buy key lime. It was one of my faves. Yeah,
know,
I liked
it's
it too.
one of my faves too.
If it just isn't selling very well, we have to look at it and go. And here's one of the realities. We have to think about what we want to order several months ahead of time, like up to 6 months ahead of time. And then I have to write a check for half of that entire order.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Give it to them ahead of time. Then they order it, make it, give it to us. And when they deliver it, they say, okay, we
Now I
need the
want
other
the
half.
rest.
So
There's to the money.
then all of that money is tied up with them not being able to be used for paying employees. It's just sitting there. And it's not even on our shelf. It's before sitting on our shelf.
Yeah.
And then it's sitting on our shelf. And come December 31st, Miriam and I personally have to pay income tax on all of that money. So we have to be very judicious about what we order. And if
'Cause
something
I would order a lot of dumb stuff.
if something just isn't selling very well, we have to go,
that was a nice thing, and now we're done.
yep, would it be better to order more butterscotch
Yep.
or more chocolate peanut butter? Yes. So,
But you know what? Let's talk about something else. Why don't you tell us what flavor you would like to see in the future? Something you'd like
Okay.
us to test someday. Because that would be fun.
well, Ready Set Keto says peanut butter and grape jelly.
Gross.
How's it going, man? Bubble says I love butterscotch. Wonder if how it mixes with apple pie. It would probably mix really well.
Yeah. Try
Storm
it.
Chasing Gal says, is birthday cake still only in single bags?
Yes.
Because it didn't sell well enough to make the transition to large bags. And yeah, once it comes out in large bags, it's a lot less expensive to buy them, but it has to sell a sufficient quantity to hit that, or else it doesn't make economic sense for us to sink the capital into that ahead of time. Alice likes Snickerdoodle.
Oh, I love it. I love snickerdoodle as waffles and pancakes too.
Well, and Denise just ordered another large bag of caramel macchiato, which I think tastes like caramel popcorn.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like coffee, I think it tastes like caramel popcorn. Matt says, did Keto Chow ever get to have any crowd strike fun last week? No.
No, thankfully
We don't
have their
We don't use any of their stuff at all.
It's
And the funny thing was, that particular day, like, there was hardly anybody at the office at all. There were like 2 customer service people.
Yeah.
There was our shipping
empty.
team, and like nobody else was at the office. Like I took off my shoes and walked around barefoot for a while. No.
You lost your pants?
I thought about, in the past, I've thought about joking about walking around without pants, but I'm like, I'm not going to make a no pants joke.
You're a professional.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah.
Andrew says, this week I found a partial box of Keto Chow in a storage Connex on the boat I'd forgot about.
Yes.
Have you,
Score.
now, Andrew, I haven't followed up with you. I'm assuming that you guys are out dredging at this point. Andrew's the gold digger.
Oh yeah.
And last time I looked at the camera that overlooks the bay, it was still frozen solid. Yeah, up there in Nome. I think it's Nome. Becky says I'm missing licorice.
Oh, I know. Me too.
JW says maltitol is the worst GI issues. Now, the Lily's chocolate chips don't have maltitol, but they do have
Oh, they have something.
soluble
I
corn
don't know.
fiber, I think
I
it
don't
is.
think we have whatever you're pointing over here. I see none.
No, I'm just pointing at you. Becky wants black licorice. Meg says I'm thinking lemon meringue would make a refreshing ice cream.
Yeah.
Bubbles wants to know, when do the fall flavors come out?
In the fall.
Here's the other problem. We don't announce them until we physically have them here.
I like to watch my
And we've tested
my
them.
ginkgo tree lose the leaves.
Yeah.
And then we'll put them out.
Yep. And at this point in time, we have not tested the fall flavors.
That's right.
So I cannot even make a guess
Yes.
as to when we're going to have them. So. And yeah, asking if you're on a Starbucks cadence. We try to get them in ample time so we can test them and everything's set up and we're ready to go and we're like,
I know. Well, Starbucks is trying to kill us. They keep launching it earlier and earlier. It's going to be, next week by this year.
So Alyssa says, tonight I took all the leftovers from the fridge, dumped them in a pot, added cream of mushroom keto chow, and it was yummy.
Oh, nice. I love that.
That's awesome. Epi says, can I order large bags? Of most of the flavors, we have large bags available. There's usually, so if you come here and you go to shop, you go to Keto Chow. The stuff that's up here at the top, a lot of those don't have large bags available. Butterscotch and orange cream do, but the other ones that are up here at the top don't. But you scroll down to these other flavors, and by and large, the majority of these do have 21 meal bags available.
And you can see when you click through if it has a little toggle to buy the individual or the bulk bag.
Yeah.
So, like, click on raspberry cheesecake.
Nope.
Oh.
Wait for it.
Fine.
And here you got...
Single meal, bulk, 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeehaw. Miranda wants a bacon and cheese omelet keto chow. Now, I'm not making any more savory flavors. We've got the beef soup base that you can customize.
Bacon and cheese omelet would be good as a bacon and cheese omelet.
Matt wants black cherry flavor. Too bad it keeps ending up tasting like cough syrup. Yes.
We haven't tried black cherry. We just tried multiple cherries. And well, maybe we can try ordering a black cherry.
We have tried so many different permutations.
You have no high hopes.
Here's the big problem.
It doesn't hurt to try again.
To get cherry right, it has to be tart. And when we add
Keto Chow,
the malic acid to make it tart, it causes the protein to curdle.
Work.
Like it makes cottage cheese. Anyway, Cindy says, I did that same thing last week, made a meat stew. There you go. Mimi says, I hope the fruity cereal keto chow comes back. I'm monitoring it to make sure I order more before it's gone.
Oh, yeah, because it's getting close.
Alice liked the gingerbread. I do one at work every day and got 2 people placing orders.
Oh, you know, I've been loving the gingerbread as creamy lately.
Donna says, do I have to buy all the birthday cake myself to get it to stay? I mean, you could. Cynthia says Winnie the Poohing it, walking around in pants, or Porky Pig, same thing. JW wants an oatmeal cookie. I tested an oatmeal raisin cookie.
I remember that, and it wasn't very good.
It was interesting.
It wasn't very good.
JW wants carrot
cake.
cake.
Miss oatmeal cookies.
Marie wants black licorice back.
Oh, yeah.
Alyssa says, I didn't like most of the summer flavors this year, so fall can hurry up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Donna wants a blackberry flavor.
Oh, that sounds good.
And Bubbles wants a matcha lavender. That would be a very interesting flavor profile.
Interesting, yeah.
I think you probably could do that with the vanilla cream.
Maybe.
Try adding some flavors to it.
Yeah, do try.
Yeah.
And let us know.
Rhonda says, I'm surprised there's not a matcha flavor already. Look, we actually had Joe and Rachel make the chai latte flavor. I'm not a matcha fan. I'm not a chai fan. We don't drink coffee. We don't drink tea.
I like the chai.
I think the chai tastes good too because the cardamom flavor. I actually like it.
Yeah.
But, matcha doesn't do it for me. So, Lady Fritz says baklava flavor, which is honey and and walnut flavor.
Oh, that sounds good.
In case you're wondering what baklava tastes like, my mom used to make baklava.
I don't think I've ever had actual baklava.
It's
Your mom
decadent.
also used to make
blueberry buckle, and she doesn't like blueberries.
And I never had it before we stopped eating sugar.
Cynthia says, I'd love to see a butter cookie like Biscoff.
Oh, that'd be good.
Bubbles wants black cherry. Becky says, I made a banana walnut breakfast bars, vacuum sealed them, brought them hiking in the Southwest in 100-degree Fahrenheit, Utah for 3 weeks. They were good.
I love that.
We did not have a chance to visit the Salt Lake area.
Oh.
Well, we're sorry we missed you.
Well, where did you go? I want to hear where you went.
I'm assuming southern Utah.
Did you?
We might have been.
Yeah.
We were down in the Four Corners area of Utah last week. Was that last week?
She said 3 weeks ago. Oh, for 3 weeks, not 3 weeks ago.
Patricia says, I second blackberry. Funny enough, when we were down on Mesa Verde, we ran into
Sky.
the Sky, who was just down there, and he had his.
It was so funny.
And we're pulling into this parking lot, and there's this guy going like this, pointing at me, and I'm like, dude, I can park here. I can park here. This is okay.
He was gonna yell at us.
He's like, Chris and Miriam. I'm like,
it was so awesome.
How do you know? He's like, I saw the Keto Chow truck. I'm like, okay. It was awesome. He's like,
we were in the Keto Chow truck.
He's like, sorry, I haven't been on the live streams. We don't have any internet. I'm like, dude.
It was so cute.
It was we
had a great time.
It was fantastic. Alyssa says, Alyssa says, I do like Black Forest cake cherry idea.
That does sound good.
Becky says, I'm not a chai fan either. Okay. Amy says, would cherry work in salty? That's a good plan. We should try that.
We can try
because
that.
We can do sour with salty.
Yeah.
Matt says, April 1st flavor idea, liver and onions. We did do, I wonder if I can find it. Let's see.
Liver and onions.
No? Let's see. Keto Chow. What's it called? The oil castor.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. When we were coming out with version 2.1 of Keto Chow.
Look how old that package is.
Isn't that amazing? April Fools.
Oh my gosh.
I think I actually... Complete nutrition for nutritional ketosis. Unfortunately, this flavor is super awful, and you're not going to be able to handle it. It is, however, a very good way to punish misbehaving children.
Oh, gross. Mean. Oh.
So good. Anyway.
Chris likes to do weird things.
I do like to do weird things. Marie says it's too much cardamom in the chai latte.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And Gina says Harry Potter earwax. There you go.
Yeah. Bertie Bott's ever
boysenberry, cherry salty. Bubble says, wait, when is Keto Chow truck model going to go on sale?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, it's Melissa without the M. Alyssa.
Sorry.
Miriam got it.
I did.
Miriam's amazing. Matt says that's awesome. That was way before I found you guys. Yeah. Well, and actually, you know what's even better?
What's just older?
Keto Chow
We're
0.
going to go over our April Fool's jokes every year.
Da, da, da.
It's not there.
It has to be there. Hold on a second. Go back. Go back.
Just go to April Fool's. It's fine.
Let's see if I can find it. No.
Far.
404. We're doing it live.
No. It says no. I guess we have to
I'm
stop
going to do one
looking.
more try.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Old one.
Okay, so a
It's
couple
fine.
of years ago, we did a fake April Fool's, and it was called Keto Chow 0.
Yeah.
It was the electrolyte drops. And it's like, it's vegan, it's sugar-free, it doesn't have sucralose.
Kosher.
Yeah, it was
Really funny.
Anyway. All right, well, we've been on for quite some time, full hour. So if you haven't, do a Google search for Keto Chow April Fools. As Meg points out, we've done some pretty funny April Fools videos in the past. So, but we're going to take off next week. I don't know if we're going to be able to do the live stream because we're going to be in Florida. It might be short and it might be from a phone.
Yeah. We'll just do a phone one if we can.
So, Rush says, I like your weird ideas, Chris. In return for my support, you can introduce me to Keto Chow Vampire. You mean the witch? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, next Tuesday, it might be shorter and it might be from a phone.
Right.
But we'll try to pop in and say hi to everybody. But you all have a fantastic evening, and we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.